Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K. Welcome everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. And today I have a gorgeous design team package to share with you for AngelDreamCrafts on Etsy. I do have links for Kim's store listed below in the description box, so make sure you guys open it up and go and check out her store. She sells all sorts of wonderful laces and trim. There's bling, appliques, doily, charms, items that we can use on our junk journals, just to name some of the items that she sells in her shop. And if you've never shopped at her store before and you live in the US, she does offer free shipping if you spend $35, which I think is a great deal. And now to get into the fun part of the video, showing you guys what I received in my design team package. And the first thing I really wanted to share with you guys were these gorgeous pieces of bling. You do get 2 in a set. She does sell other styles of bling in her store. Last month I shared with you guys some gold ones that she had. And this month she sent me these gorgeous rhinestone and silver ones. And they just sparkle and they pick up the light. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. But I think these would be so elegant to use on a winter wonderland or Christmas theme project. You can use them as flower centers or add them to doily books or some sort of wall hanging or on a journal cover. I did use one of mine last month on the altered file folder, and I also used one on the journal cover. So last month I did use both of the ones that Kim provided for me in my design team kit. But those are beautiful. I also was sent these gorgeous rhinestone pieces, and they also just sparkle. Fun little embellishments to add to, you could add them to laces or trims, the centers of some smaller flowers, and they of course just sparkle. I also received these cute little bows, and these are pearl and rhinestone bows. Really cute to add to all sorts of different projects. And then she also sent some cute little fairy charms. And these remind me of Tinkerbell for some reason. And I really wish I would have had these several years ago when I was working on a junk journal. It was a fairy themed one. I have actually worked on a couple fairy themed journals. But these would have been so cute to have added to that. Very easily you can add them to the bulb pins or the gourd pins and hang them off of tags, or make some sort of tassel with them and hang them off on that, or some sort of like chunky charm or a purse charm. But very pretty, very cute. And the first trim I wanted to share with you guys was this beautiful braid trim. Last month I received a braid trim in my package also that was slightly different than this one, but both are very gorgeous. And last month I used it on my journal that I created, and I used it to frame part of a vintage image of a woman, and then I went ahead and added pearls. I think this one would also look very nice with pearls too. But another gorgeous trim. And then she also sent an applique in my package. This one's a beautiful pink one. There are pink flowers with rhinestones on them. You could easily take this applique apart and just use the pieces on it. And I do know that this is a very popular one in her shop, and so it does sell out frequently, and so far she has been getting it in to restock when she does sell out. But a very fun one to use. You could frame an image with this one, or just use it on a doily book, or cut up the different pieces and use them on all sorts of projects. Here is a gorgeous rose trim, and this one, I gotta make sure I got the right side to show you guys, is beautiful. This one I definitely would most likely cut up on projects. It has these beautiful little roses, and then in between them there's like a rosebud and a leaf that you could use as some layering pieces to go with it. I think these would be really stunning on journal pages. You can add them to tags. You definitely can add these to doily books, but again I would just use each little rose piece individually as a small applique. So if you were to buy this trim, you get quite a few little rose appliques on this one. And all of Kim's laces are very fine quality. This one feels really nice in my hands. Here's another flower trim that she has in her shop. And I think this one is elegant looking. You could definitely cut it up if you wanted to, or leave it as is. This one I think would be gorgeous if you went ahead and added some of these bling pieces to the flowers in the middle. So pretty. Then Kim also sells some rosette trim in her shop. And I love rosette trim. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, I use a lot of trims like this for the spines of my journals. They're also, if you're just getting into making flowers or something, these are quick and easy flowers because all you have to do is cut it. And if you want, you can trim around the tool that's on these flowers, and then you have a ready-made flower to add to a project. Very fun. I'd use them on doily books. You could also use them in a corner of an image on a journal or on a wall hanging. And she does have this, I think, in pink in her shop too. I've seen that in pink. The next trim I want to share with you guys is this gorgeous pleated trim, and it's gathered. And then there's also kind of two layers to it, the white layer, and then there's a lace over it. Again, another fun trim for edging or framing a piece. And let me see if I actually have some, I still have images sitting on my desk here somewhere. Let's take one of Marie Antoinette. So like this one right here, you could edge her out. Then, of course, you could stick one of those blings right here in the corner. The other reason why I love this trim is if you're just starting out again making flowers, this is such an easy flower or trim to work with to make flowers. If you have some sort of base layer, such as a piece of felt, and you use hot glue, and you do the felt in a circle piece, and you glue it down, you just kind of go like this, and then you keep on getting smaller and smaller. And it will give you a very, very nice flower in the end. Or you could also go smaller and then work your way out. I've made them both ways with this type of trim. Or you could also gather it up even more and make kind of some small little flowers like this. And then go ahead and add some sort of bling to the middle on your projects. But this trim's very fun to use. Like I said, if you're just starting to learn how to make flowers, this one's really easy to make flowers. And then you could also just use it as a layering piece if you're to make like a doily flower. And then you cut it off there and then layer your doilies on top. It would make a nice base on a doily flower also. Then this trim I was excited to see that Kim had in her shop. A long time ago I was gifted a piece of this trim by one of my crafty friends. And Sandy, who's Decorate Your Life, sent it to me. And this was such, and I actually dug it out of my stash because I still had one left, but I used it to make flowers. And you can either gather it and leave it as is and make flowers. So it would look like kind of like that for part of the flower. Or you could, if you want to make your trim last a little bit more, I cut it right here and then I gathered it just by going on the little dots that you see right here. So I cut off the flower part, the top part, but I left it down here, so then you gathered it by going your needle in and out on these little dot pieces. And that makes a stunning flower. And I still had part of it left. I still had one left in my stash. It's the same style of trim, but just this one's more white. And so like this, then you would go ahead and add a piece of bling to the middle of it. And to me, that screams winter wonderland to me, that one does. But this would look exactly the same way. So I was really excited to see this in her shop, because this is a fun trim, like I said, to gather up and make into flowers. Of course, it would also look good as hanging kind of a dangle off of a doily book or a wall hanging or even a journal page. The other thing I love about Kim's shop is she has so many fun dangles, and she's constantly getting in new ones. And if she has ones that are very popular, she does her best to restock them. And so the rest of my design team package is all dangles to share with you guys. And this one's a cotton dangle. Isn't that pretty? And this one I think would be so elegant, again, if you added some small pearls or small rhinestones to the dangle part. The next one I wanted to share with you guys is this one, and I think this is one of her very popular ones right here, with kind of the leaf dangles. And so last month in my design team package, I also got this gorgeous trim in my design team package, which I love, and I was so excited to see in our shop. But it's the flower trim, and it has large and small flowers, and then you cut them up. But this one, if you were to cut up, and this one I don't quite fully have cut up, but you could layer that flower, the bigger flower, on top, and then put the smaller one in the middle with the dangles underneath it, and then go ahead and add the rhinestone in the middle. And would that not be a gorgeous, elegant looking embellishment on a doily book or a cover of a journal or a wall hanging, or even just a tag or a card too? Just would be so gorgeous. Oops. So very excited to get some of this coveted dangle trim. So thank you so much for that, Kim. And then the last dangle that I have to share with you guys is this one. And this one feels exquisite. This one's really pretty. There's a little bit of a shimmer to this one. And it's very elegant looking, but beautiful. So I can't wait to get going on projects. As of today, as I'm filming this, I'm not quite sure yet what I want to create this month. I'm hoping to maybe come up with some sort of Christmas themed idea since it's December. Thanks everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to open up the description box below to check out the link for Kim's shop along with the other ladies who are on the design team. And I hope to see you back here later this month to see what I create. And I will be creating 2 projects. And like I said, hopefully one of them will be a Christmas themed one. So until next time, have a wonderful day and happy crafting.